NetSuite Release Preview 2022.1 Release Notes, SuiteApprovals, Enhancements. Alright, so I have a spreadsheet here where I'm going to note everything. Right, so you can see that in this workbook of mine. If I go to the actual release notes, you'll see there's release notes here. And you can also find that in Suite Answers 70171. This release note was updated in January. Even though it says 2018 there, you can see there it's been yes, it's been recently updated. SuiteApprovals include the following enhancements in 2021.2: project approvals, record locking on reapproval, SuiteApproval portlets. Now, unfortunately, I cannot show you in my actual account here because the option that should be coming up is not there, even though I did install the bundle. So let's just go through. It's not all that complicated. Let's start with record locking and reapproval. In SuiteApprovals version 7, the approval rule page and approval rule assistant now include a new section: setup locking and reapproval. This section includes the following capabilities: record locking based on approval status, setting of percentage of amount tolerance limits. When creating approval rules, you have the following record locking options: lock records in pending approval or approved status, or both. Allow editing of records regardless of approval status, right? So you've got some new options here. The capability applies to purchase orders, vendor bills, and expense reports only at this point, right? So there's a number of transactions available for the SuiteApprovals that do not actually work for this record locking. Setting of percentage of amount tolerance limits. You can set tolerance limits to control whether records are rerouted for approval. Right, so if you say 10%, then if the change is 9%, it's not going to reroute for approval. The system reroutes for using the same approval rule if the change in the record amounts exceed, right, just what I said. SuiteApprovals portlets that I can show you. You see, if you go personalize and you go Suite Apps, you'll see those two portlets there for SuiteApprovals. So if you click on them, they will be created here. Now, I don't actually have any approvals, but they will show up. Now, they essentially show the information with one change, with one big difference. One of them shows for the entire account, and the other one just shows yours. Records for approval. Aside from vendor bills, you can now see the number of purchase orders and expense reports for your approval. The portlet lists the record by type and shows how many records you need to approve, right? The record type name in the portlets links to a page from which you can access the records. SuiteApprovals reminders for vendor bills, purchase orders, and expense reports. The portlet lists the pending approval and rejected records per record type for the whole account, right? So this is for you only, and this is for whole account. So that will, except if you're the only person in the account, this will always be less than this number here, right? Essentially the same thing, but that's the main difference. You can also review aging records awaiting approval and review records that may require approval, right? And let's just go. Those are the main features. I just want to quickly, in case you use projects, with SuiteApprovals version 6.01, you can now perform project-based approvals. When you enable the project-based management feature account, project managers can approve project-based records. Addition of project manager as an approver type, right? Supported record types for project-based approvals. Project managers can approve purchase orders, expense reports, and vendor bills that are linked to project. Project managers can approve documents through the NetSuite UI and by email, right? Please like, comment, and subscribe if you like my videos.